This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show, a station that pays.
This is MC Reggie Fresh from the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. And folks, guess who's in the building? She was born in Hockessin, Delaware. Graduated from AI DuPont High School. Got her bachelor degree in liberal arts and a master degree in elementary education at Wilmington University. She also has a graduate certificate from Wilmington University in teaching English to speakers of other languages. And she's a proud member of the Waner Elementary School staff, where she teaches English as a second language. She is the communication lead for the school and spend her time serving the Waner community by helping the principal, Dr. Newton, with events for the school. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss Kimberly Thompson.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show, a station that pays.
Welcome to the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. How you doing, Miss Kimberly?
Hi, Reggie. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad you're doing great. The first thing we want to talk about is how long you been a school teacher?
This is my 6th school year.
6th school year. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Did you always want to be a teacher?
I did, yes.
Okay. Explain to me why you want to be a teacher. What made you want to become a teacher?
So on my dad's side, both of my grandparents were teachers, and my grandfather actually worked in the same school district that I now teach in. So ever since, and they took care of me when I was a kid while my parents worked.
Yes, ma'am.
So ever since then, they were just they had such a big impact, and my grandmother was such a guiding force in my life from such a young age. She passed away when I was 6. So ever since then, just to keep her memory alive, even as a kid, I never wanted to play like doctor or, house or anything. It was always school.
Always school.
Always wanted to play school. And then when I got to 5th grade, I had this amazing teacher named Mrs. Elliott, who I don't think is still teaching, but she just inspired me so much. And she's the person that I still just remember as being this, this really guiding force in my life, and being the person that, other than my grandmother, that I really looked up to as someone that I wanted to be one day.
Wow. Do you ever get in touch with that school teacher?
No, I haven't. I've looked her up on Facebook. My mom has tried to look her up. We haven't been able to find her. I don't even know if she's still in the
I can probably help out. I can probably help find her for you. That'd be great. She see this interview. Okay, now, Kimberly, I want to ask you, I know dealing with kids and stuff like that is very time consuming, and I know it's a great thing to do, but how do you have the patience to do it?
I'm just a very patient person, kind of by nature. It's funny that you asked me that, because all of my friends, whenever they see me, interact with kids, they're just amazed by how patient I can be. But it just comes down to really understanding, the different developmental stages, and understanding that sometimes you just have to give the kid the time that kid needs.
Right.
To figure out the problem, to answer the question, to deal with his or her emotions. And that just varies kid by kid. And I'm, lucky enough that I am a teacher, so I can take the time to get to know the kids.
Outstanding. My mom was she was a school teacher where she dealt with the the Head Start and kindergarten kids.
Oh wow.
And I mean, she loved it. She did that for about 20 some years. And one day she had to go to the post office, and she told me to sit with them, And I'm telling you, I don't see what kind of patience she got with, because I'm like, I'm kind of disciplined, right? So when she went to the post office, she said, let me hurry up and get back for my son be in jail. Because look, I made him take a nap at the time it wasn't supposed to. Right. She came back. Everybody was asleep. She said, Reggie, what are you doing? They ain't supposed to be asleep this time. It's too early. I said, well, Mama, I'm sorry. But yeah. So, but anyway, let me ask you this. So there are people that are graduating and getting, education degrees and stuff like that, wanting to be wanting to be a teacher like you. Can you give them some advice and what you think they could do to be successful in this business?
Definitely. One thing that has always really helped me, and one thing that I was taught very early was, don't take what the kids do personally. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know who they interacted with that day. They could have gotten into a fight with their best friend on the bus. And, if a kid starts, talking back or is being disrespectful or is just, wants to put their head down, they're not taking it's not about you. That's about the kid. And you have to recognize that and, not take that personally, not take that to heart, and just give the kid the time and the space that he or she needs to work to get themselves back to, their state of calm.
Right.
And the other thing is, and this, I've been very, very fortunate to be able to do this, in my career, but finding the thing that you love in each lesson and finding the thing in each lesson or in each unit that really brings you passion, bringing that to your lesson, to the kids, will help engage them in the material so much more than if you're just standing up there, lecturing, droning on and on.
Right.
That's my advice.
Okay,
yeah.
Now I knew a lady that in Louisville, Kentucky. She was a school teacher, and I had went up there and helped her one time with the students, and I had fun. But a couple of times she said, I thought I had to call you because they was getting out of hand. But I said, I could do it for a couple of days, but I got to take my head off to y'all teachers and all the teachers around the world. They makes a big part of these kids' lives, and then when they successful and go on to get degrees and whatever business they may be doing, it's all good because of school teachers and teachers like you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, Miss Kimberly, what I'm gonna ask you is, how is it working at Waner Elementary?
Oh, I love it. I really, really do. I can't say enough about how much I love working at Waner. From the day I started until now, I've made some of the greatest friends of my life. I've met some of the most amazing kids that I've ever met. I can't shout out enough to Waner, Dr. Newton, and just the whole Waner family. How awesome it is to be there.
Outstanding. Now, I'm going to ask you this question right here. How does it make you feel knowing when these kids grow up, when they graduate or whatever they do in their careers, and knowing that you had taught them at their younger age? How does it make you feel?
Oh, that's a great question. That it makes me feel so connected to the community and to the earth as a whole, that even for a short period of time I was there and I was able to help this student and this child in whatever way I could or was able to help them be their best self.
Outstanding. That's wonderful. Well, I'm glad to have you on my show. It's been a pleasure. And do you have any shout outs for anybody? Of
course I do. I got to shout out Dr. Newton, of course. Got to shout out the whole Waner family. And I got to give a big shout out to Red Clay School District also.
All right, then. Now I got one more question I want to ask you, Miss Kimberly. I want you to tell the whole world out there, what's the baddest station in the land and the station that pays?
The MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
And there you have it, folks. That's Miss Kimberly Thompson from Hokuston, Delaware, right here on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.